Yo guys, Gamer here and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about possibilities that arise from Miles and Peter teaming up in the new Miles Morales game. Now, it's not actually that clear if Peter will be present in this game. There's a lot of people speculating that he's gone to visit MJ in Symkaria, which I do actually think is quite a valid theory, to be honest. That would open up so many possibilities for Miles to have to take on all this responsibility, the whole city, and it would be cool if Miles was left on his own to defend New York. Although I'm not sure if Peter would leave Miles on his own, because, Peter would feel very responsible if Miles was, killed or anything like that. But that does lead into some of the gameplay features I'm about to mention. Because it's quite clear, Peter is the mentor figure for Miles. There's inevitably going to be aspects where Peter trains Miles up, and maybe in the early stages of the game it could include Miles having to prove himself to Peter, maybe taking on situations alone to prove that he can handle it, but then he could get into trouble and Peter could have to come and save him. God knows what could happen there. But if Peter is actually present for the whole game, there could be side missions similar to in Arkham Knight, where Azrael was trying to... Wait, spoilers if you haven't played Arkham Knight. Where Azrael was trying to prove to Batman that he could be the next Batman. That same kind of situation could go on with Miles and Peter. Not necessarily Miles trying to take over Peter's position as Spider-Man, but trying to prove that he can handle being Spider-Man. So there could be side missions where you have to defeat a gang without taking any damage, whilst Peter watches from the rooftops or something. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be about taking damage, it could be about performing certain moves, or trying out different web tactics, web gadgets, or dismantling the situation in a limited amount of time. There could also be time trials and races with Peter, where you have to web swing to the same spot and try to beat Peter there. And each time you complete a race, your swing speed could increase, or something like that. And when you complete one of the gang challenges, you could get upgrade tokens and stuff like that. So as you are being trained by Peter, your character would actually be becoming a lot more powerful. I think that would be a really cool dynamic to add to the game. And in terms of Peter guiding Miles in fights, I think stealth combat could be a really sick aspect. So obviously they would be able to speak to each other through the earpiece in the mask, so Peter could tell Miles when and how to subdue enemies. And they could work together to clear the enemies with Spidey and Black Cat did in the Heist DLC. Or again, Batman and Robin in Arkham Knight. And the reason I keep referencing Batman and Robin in Arkham Knight is because Robin was always aiming to impress Bruce, and Miles will definitely be trying to impress Peter and perfect his skills to gain Peter's approval. Because he's going to be wanting to be a lone hero, he's going to be wanting to make a name for himself. So he's going to be trying to prove that he can handle that. Obviously, we all want to be able to switch between the two in combat, similar to in Arkham Knight, and that would be great. It would be so cool to just be able to switch between the two in combat and then perform finishers, where you team up and just absolutely demolish them. And it's a long shot, but in the future we could even switch between the two in free roam. That would be really cool. So you could just be swinging along as Peter and then suddenly switch to Miles, and Miles could be, leaving his house, and then you could change into the costume and start swinging around. There's so many opportunities here. I don't think that this would happen in the Miles Morales game itself, because the game seems to be very focused on Miles and really establishing him as Spider-Man. Even if Peter isn't in New York, he would definitely be giving Miles a lot of guidance throughout the game to establish him as that mentor figure. And just as we heard in the trailer, Peter was giving Miles that inspirational speech about being a hero. So even if he is in Symkaria, he could still be helping Miles a lot throughout the story just by speaking to him over the phone. However, if he is still in New York and both Spider-Men are doing their thing at the same time, I'm interested to see what the conversations between them could be like. It could be similar to in Edge of Time. The banter there was such a great aspect of the game between Miguel and Peter, and it really added a lot of tension and a lot of comedy to the game. And I think that would be a great thing to do in this game too. Anyway, overall I'm so excited about this game. I get more excited every day, and I know you are all getting so excited too. Let me know if you have any more ideas for videos I can make about this game or about any game. I'm going to be doing more Marvel's Avengers videos soon as well, leading up to and after the 24th. But yeah, thank you all for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. I'm Mental Gamer, over and out.